Hello, everybody. Welcome back here, and welcome to the new subscribers. If you guys have any inquiries or messages or questions, you can write it below the comments in the video. What is it going on with the energies? You feeling it? You're probably gonna feel it, but especially when you wake up in the morning. What is gonna be the energy, right? Just one thing. You're gonna find out that people is gonna take some things personally, but also by you seeing them, they taking it personally. Are you going to take it personally? That is a part of growing. That is the part of maturing. That is the part of what do we need to do in there. Um, if I have to kind of like expressing more the energy, that is going to be the queen. She has to choose the kingdom or the family, which is we learned in the past 2 days that the family is important. Right now, we are going to be learning it of the maturity, what it is important to have the peace with the king, which is that is the sun, and ultimately the prince, which is Mars. Or we have to go ahead and lack of our maturity, and we want to have everything for ourselves. Taking it personally, sometimes that energy is gonna show you things inside of you, and be mindful about this energy because that energy is intense. Talking about this is gonna be retrograde energy between Jupiter, who is retrograde, towards squaring the moon towards that she's in Leo. We've been talking about this Toro, Leo, Scorpio situations a lot. But since the moon is transitioning through Leo, and throughout the day, this is going to be a huge triggers. The main thing, though, the other side is that the masculine energies, they are going to learn not to take things personally. They're going to be learning the masculine intuition. Let me tell you what the masculine intuition is. When the masculine is stopping it somewhere, asking for advice to the feminine intuition, then the feminine intuition gives it a feedback. Missing chain, missing the link of the chain is there. It's going. And then the masculine energies are going. I got it. I know what you need to do, and so on. But the thing it is that with that focus within, when the masculine comes to you with the questions, what do you do? If you're taking the things personally, it's like, oh, I don't know. You do what you have to. It's different than you are just like, you know what? Take a look, see what it is. Let's go discussing it, all these situations inside of it. Lack of the communication is going to be a kind of like on the menu, especially when I wake up. Because we're talking about 7 o'clock in the morning. Midheaven, it's going to be at the 25 degrees of Virgo, and that is going to be opposing Neptune. You don't know what to say. Were you going to learn what to say? Well, you have to be depending on the love, put the love in there, but at the same time, seize your limitations. What did they say for you? So without further ado, I'm going to give you the chart up here. Bring it up. And here is the chart of what I am going to be talking about today. All right. This is the chart. All right, so as you see it here, the ascendant is going to be right at the beginning of Sag. In there, that ascendant is going to be squaring Saturn, which is your focus is this time. It's like, what is stopping me? There is something stopping me. I don't know what it is. There is something prevent me to move forward, and I don't know what this is. There is something goes on in there, and I don't know what it is. It's going to be revealed to you. It's a mystery. You're trying to dig in and try to find it, trying to go, and go deep. You can't find it. Okay? The thing it is it's you. Something deeply buried from within you. It's stopping you to go where you need to go, to see what you need to see. But what do you have to look when you know the things that it's there? Have to look at your intuition. So talking about this, that is a Mars in the Sun, which is they still an underworld. They still below the horizon. They're going to be rising up in the next hour, and that is going to be the that energies that the authority and the warrior within you is going to be seeking the guidance from the intuition, what I need to do. And here is that point of the moon that it's in Leo, that it's squaring Jupiter. That is a like lack of the self growth. That is a self sabotage energy. That is a like, I'm not mature enough. I don't know what should I do. I don't know what is going on. And at the same time, that energy, as I spoke about it, between Mercury and the midheaven at 7 o'clock in the morning, and Neptune, that is going to be like, I don't know what to say. I'm not awake up yet. So, talking about in the next hour, as I said, the masculine is waking up, and that energy is inside of you is going to be triggered into the moon, and that midheaven is about let's make imbalance. We have to fix this. We have to look at these situations. Those energies going to be remind you about Jupiter and the moon if it is in a good, good mood in there, if you have these energies of following your intuitions inside of you, and you're like, you know what, let's do the things right, and so on, you don't take the things personally, then yeah, everything is gonna go okay. Question is if you're not taking it, if you're taking it personally, what does it going on here? What is it going on right here? And that energy is going to bother you all day. It's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I have not grown. I'm not understanding this. I don't know this. I'm looking into this and so on. But that's what the moon is here in Leo, to mature, to grow. Fifth house, fifth zodiac sign, the house of the kids, the house of the growth in the material world. And that is also the house of the self education. So nobody can educate you. If you don't know something, you go ahead and research it, find it for yourself. And some of you is going to be doing it this power of the moon to self educating. I need to see what this is. Talking about the next hour, the midheaven is going to be with Libra. That energies has been for a while in there. Those divine energies going on towards Neptune in there. A little bit on the note that divine energies here that used to be for with Uranus is going to begin to fade out. Right now, only the energies that are going to be keeping going, they're going to be with Saturn. Sorry, not Saturn, but Neptune within the visions that you're going to keep within you during the going on into the underworld. Talking about Venus going into the underworld. Some of you is going to be taking the path of self diving within the subconscious, diving into within unknown, diving in within the mysteries in there, trying to figure out why the things doesn't work the way you thought it would. And that is going to be a very kind of like interesting period because Venus is going to underworld. She's going into Scorpio. A lot of the astrologers, they're going to begin to talk about this. It doesn't have any kind of like in a physical aspect in a bad way, can turn to a very kind of like a seductive. But in the esoteric way, in there, this is say the love goes into the darkness to shine in there. Some of you is going to be using that energies to shine that for. And this is going to be that transformations that Pluto wants from Venus that right now it says like, you're not ready. You haven't matured, you haven't grown, since the moon is there. You need to go through this process so you can gain a strength of love. Not be a weak, oh, this person doesn't love me, that's mean that they don't love me. But do I love them? I don't know, I'm not sure. You have to dig inside of you. What is your deepest feelings inside of it? And that's what this Venus and Scorpio will do. Finding the depth of the love, how deep the love can go, and shine the light in there. So, talking about into the next hour, midheaven is going to be in Scorpio. Oh boy, it's going to be squaring the moon. People taking things personally. If the Scorpio takes things personally, he's asking for revenge. Usually that affects between Scorpio and Leo. Those are the two things that you should be mindful about it. In a good positions, that could be a very much powerful force to go ahead. But in the negative side, this could be a lot of self-destruction, self-sabotage, a lot of hidden secrets. This is a like some of the secret society situations and so on, or people who use secret tactics to make income, make this kingdom, to trying to get this. But since Jupiter is retrograde, oh my God, if somebody does this, I hope you're not doing it. That you're gonna find yourself out into one of those energies that they're gonna be talking to you in your consciousness, within your soul. And this is gonna remind you about it. Don't take the things personally. Don't do the things in a personal matters in your hands. If there is something to dispute, something that you get in there, find different ways. All right. So talking about those energies, the next hour, the ascendant is gonna be at Scorpio, which is gonna at Capricorn. I'm sorry, midheaven is at Scorpio, and those energies right here, it's gonna shows up. What do you need to change? What do you need to get in there? When you transform and you're in the process of transformations, certain things are unknown. And when the certain things are unknown, you better be staying put. Who needs to stay put? Well, Saturn is blocking the warrior inside of you and the authority. Kind of like still a little bit in there, but is that blockage coming into you is reflecting from the warrior within you. Authority is okay. You're kind of like, okay, that happens, whatever happens, but something inside of you is brewing. That is the warrior archetype within yourself. And that is going to be a reflect on your authority in there. Saturn is still affecting you so much within this, and he's going to be continued this in about a few more days, and after that he's going to have the release. But at the same time that release will happen, Venus is going to be crossing over at Scorpio. So, talking about the next hour, the midheaven is within authority. Authority right now is seeking the growth within the spirit. That's it. The spiritual growth is more important. The spiritual situation is more important. I understand I need to have these communications of what's going on spiritually. I understand that only through the spiritual talks I can overcome these restrictions. Yes, that is correct. When you go into your spirituality, the spirituality creates a different philosophy in yourself. And that different philosophy fixes the psychology, the psyche, the way you think within you. And the way you think within you, if something is incorrect, you can correct it. Once you correct it, you go back again into the spirituality and you're thankful and it's like, what can I do more? And you getting kind of like going into this triangle over and over and over again so you can continue improving yourself. And some of you will understand this energy specifically that we're talking about the love, the Venus with Saturn is in there because the love has no limits. Why would you? And that energy of love, it goes, it communicates. And if you communicate with the person you love, if you communicate, you have on the right side and is everything, you are going to be okay. But you need to understand there is a things that needs to be progressing, the things that needs to be evolved, the things that he needs to be looking at even more and better and better. So the next hour, midheaven, it's close to Mercury. That is going to be a squaring Neptune. You're kind of like, I see this, but I don't see the rest of it. You need to understand on these positions. Don't talk too much about the kind of like the long future. Only talk about like the near future. Think about it. Be mindful about it. Okay. And what are you going to do at the moment about that near future is what is going to do. Try not to waste your time, effort, energy or something that you kind of like going 3, 4 steps ahead of what the issues is inside. the moment. Work on the issues of the moment, work on the situations within the moment. And talking to yourself is more proper in there so you can be able to go ahead and see these energies between Neptune and Uranus. Wait for the universe to show you through numbers, through energies, through communications, overhearing communications with people nearby you where they communicate and they talk and discussing pretty much the same issue as you have. And then you're just an observer and you gain the wisdom that the universe has for you. Some of you, that's how it's going to be. So, talking about the next hour at 2 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with the North Node. You focus on what I need to do. Why I cannot progressing on this current moment of time? What is it it's stopping me in there? Pluto is squaring the North Node and the South Node and Venus at the same time. Man, these transformations is what I have not done. You maintain balance or you have dualities inside of you. You continue using your intuitions the old way or you're going to use your intuitions the right way. Are you going to be go ahead and see your personal limitations? I don't want to do this because I don't like it. Why you don't like it? I don't know. So you like something that you don't know, or making a comment, or thinking about the things that you don't know. What do you need? Maturity. So, talking about the next hour, this energy is coming up here. It's going to be a pretty good. It's connecting to Uranus. As you see, the Uranus has only a positive aspect right here. He does not does anything. Midheaven, it's connecting with pretty much with Pluto and a Capricorn at this point. So the universe, the internal visions, the depth from within the subconscious will lead to transformations, and that transformations will leading more towards spirituality. So let's talk about a little bit about this. Uranus it represents the universe, which is spirituality. Okay. Neptune and Pisces, it represents religion or philosophy. Pluto is represents the deep transformations in the psyche. Whoops, we'll talk about this a little bit. That's what the moon is right now here in Leo. You to work with those energies, you to recognize what you have to mature. So talking about the next hour, midheaven, it's over at Aquarius. He's gonna be opposing this moon. Of course, if you don't take it into the new ways, to the new roads, there will be no maturing. There will be no growing. The midheaven, it's squaring Jupiter, and that energy is squaring the moon. But at the same time, midheaven opposing the moon. You can, old keys doesn't open up new doors. And if people think that the old tricks they will continue to run and so on and so on, there's not gonna be. This is why the new road it's taking that energies of intuitions that it needs to be working with the authority and the warrior to find the new paths, find the new keys, find the new solutions. Those new solutions is gonna give you the visions how you're gonna be moving ahead, and those visions they're gonna go back into your intuitions instead of you resisting the growth. You actually doing something much even better. You're gonna be moving ahead in life. So talking about the next hour, midheaven, it's still gonna be at Aquarius. That energy between Venus and Ascendant is gonna be pretty good. You're gonna feel the love is in the air, but at the same time, what do you need to change there? The Pluto is gonna send this little glimpses. It's like here, what you need to change in there. But as I said here, those communications they're gonna be very crucial. If you learn to communicate about your limits and communicate them properly, and those communications they're going with love, inner love, for love, They can go back into those limitations, and you can be able to talk about the limitations over and over again. But at the same time, when this energy is coming here, is going to go back into your internal visions. They're going to tell you more. You're going to be diving deep. This is like you making an investigations, and you discover and think about yourself as a detective. Oh my God, this was wrong. But before this was wrong, this was wrong. Before that was wrong, this was wrong. And now I found the real root of the problem. I'm acting like this, and this because the root was here. Internal help inside of you. So good, good energy. And we're talking about the family situations. So the ascendant is going to be reminders about family, as you see it right here. The moon moves already 13 degrees up here. She is in divine energies with masculine. As we pay attention of the shifts right here with the moon, that she doesn't square anymore. Jupiter is like, okay, I got the point. If you're following the advices through the day and you come into here, you will understand everything was about family, but the moon was there before. Talking about 2 days ago. Pay attentions, the moon was here 2 days ago. And during it of this, now to that reminder, you're going to be using that midheaven moon energy inside. That is like, oh my God, thank God I did this. Thank God I was looking at this deep problem. Thank God I solved this. Now, from now on, my life is going to get better. So, in the next hour, we're talking about the ascendant. It's still gonna be at Cancer, but it's like, okay, well, there's gotta be a something. I see a things, I see a situations, but love has not been changed. If you're expecting the person to change, that is your issue. The person will change when they see. Everyone has their personal agenda to change the love, but you cannot change the person and tell them how to love you. They will love you the way they love you. And if you're demanding that love in the family, if you want that family love, you're doing nothing but creating all this not transformational energy, still acting on old programs, old paradigms, old way of controls. And be mindful of those hours because in the next hour, the ascendant is going to go to Leo, is going to remind you, you see, you have not purged it. I'm going to test you. You have not cleaned these energies. You still have this not mature situations, and it's the same time as you pay attention. The moon it's squaring Uranus. You're gonna face the universe. The universe is gonna test you of what did you did today. What is the test? 8 o'clock in the afternoon. What do you do usually at 8 o'clock? Watching TV or talking to your partner or talking to yourself or finding time to yourself? You're evaluating the day internally inside of you. There's gonna be a something that's gonna come to you. When we're talking about this energy right now, I said that before. You cannot fight the universe. The universe is squaring. The Uranus is squaring the moon that is at 15 degrees of Leo. This is kind of like that energy of descendant. That it's an Aquarius of 15 degrees of Aquarius. And if you have something in the 15 degrees of Scorpio, oh my God, that energy is going to be triggered right now. We are talking about situations inside of you that you're trying to get over and over and over to transform things that you don't have power. You can't transform the universe. You can't manipulate the universe. He can't control the universe. He knows before you even think what you're thinking about. But if you cooperate with the universe, then the things is gonna be much, much better. And since we're talking about this, the midheaven is going to be at Aries, opposing Venus and squaring Pluto. That is it about. See, if you did everything okay, it's fine. But if you didn't, it's still acting the old way. You still have this. internal needs of the others, loving you, giving you attentions, indulging you, and you think that love. No, that is not. The love is much more higher. The love, it has to be go ahead and let to be free. As you pay attention right here, Venus has this angel wings with Saturn, Mercury, and Jupiter a little bit, but the midheaven there is at Aries, it's gonna be remind you the love have to be set free. So don't get to this energy. Open the cage. You are a bird. Open the cage. The key is in you. You have a key. The cage that you put in on yourself. I mean, not that what others put in your cage and try to control you. I'm talking about you. You open up that and go out. Go fly. Go see. Let the love fly out of you. And we're talking about in the next hour, of course, this energy of Taurus towards Leo, you see it towards the moon, but it's telling you that maturity, the growth that it needs, that test is going to put you through this and so on, because tomorrow it's going to be a better, wise day. Why? Because the moon, it's going to be falling of those final degrees of Leo, and it's going to begin to give in these transitions of Virgo about those divine energies of transformations deep within ourselves, because those energies, those changes, they are required. Those changes are going to be giving the new key, the new key that it's going to open the new door for the new life that you always wanted. But before that, you have to do something else. You have to heal. And that is going to begin in about like 2 days in here when the moon is going to be shifting to Virgo. And that is going to show up the unhealed portions within the masculine energies, whereas the Mars and the Sun, but it's also going to be opposing Saturn in about 2 days ago, 2 days from now. You're going to be facing those restrictions. You're going to face the things that you have not healed. You're going to face the thing that you never express. You're going to face the things that you had expectations of people to tell you something. You're going to face all that. But you healing it, you're going to be growing. And that's going to be these energies that it's going to be with Jupiter towards Mercury, and Mercury going back into the moon. That is going to be in 2 days from now. So what are you going to do today is entirely up to you. But maturing, it's part of growth. And that growth, it's going to create a happy life for you guys. So good luck to you guys. And be love. Okay. And come back tomorrow for another Astro-Gravitational report.